Welcome back to a brand new video, and today I'm gonna be giving you my thoughts with some very unique news. And MGM just can't stop with the remakes, and Hollywood in general can't come up with nothing new, I suppose. So what I mean is, Poltergeist is getting remade again. I just want to end the video here, um, because it's the big part of it. It's sad. It kind of is sad that we come this far into horror movies and horror movies and movies in general. We came this far, and we have to have a remake that did not work the first time. And I'm going to say this: the 2015 remake, I think we could all agree, was not good. It was not good by any means. It was not good. It was not good. I did like the clown doll, and I did like the clown stuff in Price on I liked about it. Um, Now, a Poltergeist remake, man, I'm not feeling it. Maybe if James Wan was directing it or someone that could actually convince me. Because look, the 2015 Poltergeist, and I'm actually gonna make a video on this. I feel like, because I did review the remake. Go check that video out. Um, why I think it failed, and the big reason why I think the remake failed was just simply because, um, simply because the remake relied too much on the original. It relied too much on the Poltergeist sequels. It relied too much on the original. There wasn't really nothing original with that remake. And when you do a remake, in my opinion, you have to pay homage to the original. You don't have to, but it's good to, and you should do your own thing. Do your own thing. Be brave. Do something that you want to spec. Because at the end of the day, it's a movie called Poltergeist. What is it about? It's about Poltergeist. It's about a Poltergeist. And another thing why I feel like the 2015 remake failed is because it came out at a time where everything had to be jump scared. Um, let's get back into the video. That was just my thoughts on that. But them remaking Poltergeist again, I'm not feeling it. I don't understand the need um, for these unnecessary remakes. Especially when it comes to horror, because like we just had a great Halloween sequel, we just had a great Halloween sequel, soft reboot, and we have to go to hard reboot everything. We have to go to hard remake everything just because for a check. That to me, that's like saying everything has to be remade. And I'm gonna use this out. Not they can remake something and it could be phenomenal. I'm looking at the 2003 Leatherface. I'm looking at the 1980s Scarface. I'm looking at multiple remakes from multiple genres. This is see them called look at multiples that failed. Why do we need to remake Poltergeist again? It's really beyond me. Like if you want to remake it, okay, you know, let's think about it. This Poltergeist remake is coming out next year. It's coming out 2020. Um, this Poltergeist remake is coming out next year, or it's coming out in 2021. A Poltergeist remake should come out to like 2025, 2020, 2031. Like it should come out to like 2031 or 2025. Just for the simple fact that um, this Poltergeist remake from 2015 is still very fresh, and we don't need another bad Poltergeist remake. And how I would make a Poltergeist remake? I just would let the film take me. And what I mean by that is just be original. Don't follow too much on the original. That may be, that may make people upset and say you're just using the Poltergeist name. Not really, because again, what is the Poltergeist movie about? Is a poltergeist. That's what it is. So you can have millions of things, and that's really how I would do a Poltergeist remake. It's just like you've never seen before. I would take some of the original scenes away. Um, I will put new, rememberable scenes that you could remember the next day, and That's really what I do. I would make a Poltergeist remake that may be controversial and very split down the middle, but overall, it's gonna be one of the best Poltergeist movies all time. That's how I would do one because when it again, it's a Poltergeist. You have to think outside the box. And another reason why I don't think Poltergeist remake is going to succeed again is because think about it. I just feel like horror studios are trying to rely too much on cheap, cheap jump scares. Now, in my opinion, that's one reason why I love that's why I love The Conjuring, Annabelle 2, Conjuring 2, definitely not The Nun. I love the Conjuring universe. I love the Insidious franchise more so. I love the two Insidious films. The first two Insidious films, though the entire Conjuring universe, except for the Nun, does not rely on cheap jump scares. Does not rely on a pin drop. Oh no, who dropped the pin? It doesn't rely on that. And I feel like a Poltergeist remake is going to kind of revive that haunted house, cheesy stuff we've seen in the stuff that we've seen in the 2010s, the stuff we've seen in the mid 2000s and the 90s. We done with that. You know what I mean? And think about it. You have to think about it. Why didn't the Insidious Chapter 3 succeed? Why didn't why do you think the last Insidious film didn't succeed? Why do you think 2015 Poltergeist? Because people are tired of these type of supernatural films where there's no originality. There's no originality. There's nothing new. They rely on old formulas. They rely on something that's been done before. And that's, the Poltergeist remake, them remaking it again, I'm not feeling it. I don't want this remake. And again, people may be saying, well, you're going to do the same thing you did with Child's Play. You're going to doubt the remake and doubt it and doubt it, and then you're going to love it. No, I'm not going to love this Poltergeist remake. Like, you probably have to pay me, you legit would have to pay me $1,000 to promote this Poltergeist remake. I'm not feeling it. I'm not. And that's one of the things I just don't understand. Where's the originality here? And that's one of the things that really bothers me is, okay, you want to remake a Poltergeist film. Okay, we'll make it original. I just, I can say the same thing about slasher movies here. The 2018 Halloween had Michael in it, and it it did something original. It did something that was original, and at this stage in horror, we need to get rid of these constant remakes, And again, will I be upset if there's a Jason remake? No, because that's different. That's different. And again, we just had a Poltergeist movie in 2015. I remember seeing the thing in the theater and not remembering it. That's what I remember, and it's to that extent of how many films you want to do. And I look at Poltergeist kind of like Psycho, because you can't touch Psycho because it's a classic, but classics can be touched and they can be great. But I feel like the simplest and the sweetest and the shortest horror, the sweetest, the shortest horror movies just can't be redone, can't be remade, and Poltergeist is one of them. But again, it's a Poltergeist. You can top the original, you can be a good movie, or you can be a bad movie, or you can be cheesy and corny and really over the top. So which one you want to be? In this Poltergeist remake, I want to be original. And the only legit the only way I could be convinced of a Poltergeist remake if someone like James Wan did it, or someone like that has very good grounded roots in these type of films that knows how to do them. And yeah, they're remaking Poltergeist again. What can I say? Why MGM? Why MGM? I don't know why MGM is remaking all these films, especially like MGM's really doing it. They're remaking Child's Play. They're remaking RoboCop, which is a RoboCop I'm pretty hyped for. I'm not gonna lie. And they're now remaking Poltergeist. Yeah. please, please, don't. I don't want to wake up in the morning and find out they're remaking Rocky. If they, if MGM announces they're remaking Rocky, when I get up tomorrow morning or next month or in 3 years they announce they're remaking Rocky, I'm done with MGM because they're already tampering with Chucky, which I'm not gonna lie, that Child's Play movie looks dope now. I ain't gonna lie. But like, how far do you want to go um, with remakes when they don't need to be remade? You know, and Poltergeist is not a Scarface. It's not a Jason. It's I know Scarface is not a horror movie, but I'm using Scarface as an example because that gets remade a lot because Scarface goes with the culture, goes with the times. Um, why Jason can get remade so many times is because Jason, there's so many things you can do with Jason. You can, remake him, soft reboot him. You can do whatever with Jason. You can remake Michael. You could remake Freddy, but I feel like there's a limit to these. And when it comes to supernatural films, and I mean this, I really do mean this, I think they're gonna remake Insidious. I feel like in the next year, next 3 years, they're going, hey, we're going to remake Insidious for purposes I'm not too sure of, but I'm pretty sure they would be more glad to do it. But we need originality, and I don't really feel like we're having that right now. The horror, that's kind of disappointing. And the most original horror movie I've seen right now was Mindy or Mandy. It's got Nicolas Cage in it. Us. Halloween. I include Halloween 2018 because the story was original. We have not seen nothing like that, so I do include Halloween 2018. And there's some other horror movies out there that I feel like it's original. He's out there. I think that's what it's called. He's out there. Um, there are some original films, and why do we gotta remake Poltergeist? But if you did enjoy the video, give me a big thumbs up. Please subscribe. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.